Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. More talks, more conversation. I am going to be interviewing Calvin Hill today. He is a young Christian artist that is up and coming, born and raised in Charlotte, North Carolina. Calvin has released 2 mixtapes, an EP, and he's just released his new album, Misguided, that has launched in 2019 of this year. Did you have any inspiration for your Misguided album that you just released?
I didn't really have any inspiration for it, but I listened to a lot of like Daniel Caesar and Brent Fayez, so I guess because it's mixed between hip hop and R&B, so a lot of my songs on there are like have an R&B feel to it. So it's like a singing and then a rapping person, and then I sung all the choruses because I wrote the whole, like, everything on the album. The hooks, the bridges, the verses, of course. Only thing I didn't write is like my rap verses, or for Lost, I didn't write the singing verse. That was featured right there, but yeah. So Daniel Caesar and Brent Fayez, man, like, those were really my inspiration when I wrote the album.
So how long have you been making music exactly?
I started writing music in 2010.
Ooh, okay.
I was in the 7th grade.
Wow, okay.
And I was with some of my friends, man. Jay Gould, Elliot, Mackenzie, Christian, Zeke. And there was a lot of us, and we called ourselves the Decree of Christ. And so we was rapping about God. We weren't good, like we weren't good at all, but me and Jay and a couple others, I think Zeke and Mackenzie, we had like talent. People saw talent in us. So we ended up falling apart after like a year. And after we broke apart, it was just me and Elliot making music together. And then after a while, he ended up quitting music too. And so I kept pursuing it myself.
I do remember, of course, like at church, like you guys would have like ministry stories, or like performances that we would have like throughout the year for different holidays and stuff. So I grew up with Calvin, you guys. Meant to throw that in there. Definitely watched him grow as a spiritual young man. How did you feel when you guys broke apart? Like, and would you say you're the only one that's still doing Christian music now, or like how did you handle that?
I am the only one doing Christian music still. Now Elliot, he produces still. Well, he just started producing, so he's still in the music. Jay, he's still making music, but it's not Christian. Everybody else, I don't know what they're doing.
Got you. But you know where you going. That's important. That's important. You know where you going. How would you say that you dealt with not swaying over into doing secular music like today? You've been making music since 2010, and it's 2019 today. You're still going at it. You're still going very hard at it. How do you say that you dealt with that to stay like making Christian music today?
I guess my morals is like, I'm a Christian, of course, and like, I mean, my morals is to not serve any other God but the one that I know, the one that I do serve. So I don't want to make music that doesn't serve God.
Right.
Because to me, if it don't serve God, it doesn't serve a purpose.
Okay, that is powerful, and that is very interesting. Like, it is hard to stay with God. Like myself, I can say that I haven't always lived how I should, and it's hard to stay with God. It's hard out here. So to see someone like you, of course, like a few years younger than me, going very strong at it is very inspiring.
I read my Bible a lot, and I pray a lot, and like it feels like me and God know each other on a first-hand basis, because me and Tim talk and talk to each other. Yeah, so it's pretty easy.
right. Yeah, having a relationship with God does help. Your journey, being reading your Bible and spending time with God, you actually have to do those things to, have certain things manifest in your life, and It's not easy, man. I mean, he said it's easy, but hey, what is the number one thing you want people to gain from your music? Like, if they were to hear one or two songs and never heard anything else, what would you want them to gain from your music?
I want people to see my passion, my love for God, man. Like that's like a real thing, man. Like nobody else is above God, man. And like I want to show people like God He's everything. He's my everything, man. He actually brought me back from the dead, man. So I just want to give all glory, all honor, all praise to Him.
Right. Yeah. You were in a really bad car accident. You want to like talk about that, or?
Yeah. So I was in a bad car accident last year on September 6, 2018. I was brought to the hospital with DOA, so I was dead on arrival, and God still had plans for me, man, so He brought me back to life, and I'm still recovering from it, but man, I'm just glad to be living still. And this is where they put a trick at. I had a peg tube on my thing, which helped the hospital feed me, and I went through a lot of trouble, man, like a lot of drama, man. But I mean, everything is gonna be given. Everything is gonna be used for God, man. So my testimony is like it's touching a lot of people already, and I want to continue touching people. You know, as I keep making music, as I keep ministering. When I start back performing, I want to be able to like tell what God has done for me firsthand. Because it says a lot when people talk about what God has done and who God is, but they don't have any fruit to show that God is real. But I'm telling y'all, like He is real, man. Like He brought me back from the dead, man. Like to me, that's like that's a story in and of itself, man. So I'm just grateful, man, like for real.
So earlier I know you were saying that Daniel Caesar and Brent Faiyaz are people you look up to as far as like R&B inspiration, you would say, or
yeah,
inspiration. Do you have any like Christian artists that you look up to?
I look up to Lecrae, Andy Mineo, KB, Tadashi Tripley, Canton Jones, 1K Few, because I like them trap songs, man. Man, it's like so many Christian, like I listen to Christian hip hop all day, so that's like second nature for me.
Right, yeah. It's good to have people that you can look up to, because it's hard to forge yourself a career, especially like in the music industry, because there's so many different people trying to do everything. So I watched your interview that you did with Track Stars. It was really nice, by the way. You made a comment that you said you were born and raised in the church, right? But you had to get saved on your own. Like, what would you say you actually meant by that? You had to go and get saved on your own.
Like, everyone has this thought that they're saved because their parents are saved. And you can't go to heaven because your parents are saved. Unless you like 5 or under, because I think that's the age where like if a 5-year-old died, they're gonna go to heaven.
Yeah.
Because they can't really like choose God for themselves.
Right.
I guess when I was at the age, I think it was like 12, I got saved. But I found God for myself, man. So I saw that God's love and kindness, man, how much He cared for me for real.
Right.
So I accepted Him into my life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that. That as you get older, you have to figure out who God is for yourself, because if you don't, you'll kind of grow up with the type of mentality like, I was just born and raised in the church, but as I got older, it was just whatever. And, then they don't go to church anymore and stuff like that, and they don't really have a relationship with God at all. So that is very important. You have to find God for yourself. But was there any point in time that you felt you didn't receive support from like your peers and people that are in your age group, what you were trying to produce, since, you know?
Yes, man. I always felt like that since the beginning. When I was with the Decree of Christ, like nobody liked us at all, man. So, you know, I received a lot of backlash. But then, even now, like I put out an album that everybody, you know, loves. They talk about. They tell me that they love the song. And one of the dudes that was actually picking on me when I was a little kid making music, he's the one sharing the music now. So it's like everything flipped.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it was last Sunday night. Mrs. Gould had said that God has a way of taking every negative situation and turning it around for a good situation. And I was like, man, ain't that the truth? That is the truth. And you would think that, I guess, everybody would kind of like support you and stuff like that, because, you know, you're friends, but when it really comes down to it, you really don't have that much to fall back on. You really have to stand firm on your own feet.
I got my mama. She always supported me.
Yeah.
Even when I was like trash, man, she still supported me. Took me to the shows, supported me, like bought the CDs. Well, I guess they were CDs, because I would burn them on my own.
Right, yeah.
But they weren't like like professional CDs that I had. And she still supported me, man. So that's why I love my mama, man. Like,
it is important to have that family support.
Yeah. But not even just my mom. My whole family. My dad supported. My grandma supported. Like, my family supports me a lot.
Yeah.
And some of my close friends support me.
Right.
Like Elliot, Caleb, a lot of them support me hard, man.
That's good. Good. All you need is two. I noticed your shirt, man. I noticed your shirt says Calvin on it. It's really nice. Where can everyone go, and what is that for two?
It will be.
Okay.
Now, I plan on releasing this shirt because a lot of people actually been telling me that they would purchase the shirt.
Yeah.
So right now I'm just waiting for the right moment. I want to make a profit on the shirts.
I would definitely get one. That's why I was like, tell the viewers. Well, you guys be on the lookout for the shirts. Where can they find you, like all your music and everything?
You can find my music on anything. Apple Music, iTunes, Amazon Music, Spotify. You can find it on Deezer, YouTube, SoundCloud. Any digital distribution where music is, that's where my music is, man. You can find me also on Instagram at Calvin Hill Music and Twitter at Calvin Hill Music. And
HILL.
Yeah.
How do you get like the different topics for your songs? Like, do you just find an inspiration and start writing? Do you maybe pray first, or does God place something on your heart, or how do you normally?
Yeah, God definitely places stuff on my heart, man. And like, it's just situations, that I go through or that I sing. Like, I wrote a song called Nothing But Love. And it's about a dude who got shot. Well, he got killed. And his body was found in a lake.
Wow.
And so, yeah, I wrote that song, man. Like, when I got the news, because Damien had called me and told me, and I was like, God, dog, yo, we lost another dude to the streets, man.
Yeah.
And like, I had met him when I opened up for Triple E. I was opening up for Triple E, William McDowell, Rihanna Avenue, Jermaine Dolly, all of them. And so I met him because he went to school with Damian Duckett. And man, so we chopped it up. I got his number, he got my number, and we just, we started like chopping it up from that time on. Like, he'll check up on me, I check up on him every now and then, and like the news, it hit me hard.
Yeah. Like,
it really did, man. Like, I didn't cope with it long enough to like,
Right, yeah.
It hit me hard.
I know you also talked about in your interview on Trackstars. I watched it just later. I watched it. You said that you wouldn't be opposed to working with a secular artist. Would there have to be any like boundaries for?
Oh yeah, they can't cuss or nothing.
Okay, so no like.
They can't cuss. They can't degrade women because I mean I don't believe in that.
And that's like everybody's music now.
They can't glorify like money. They can't glorify sex or any material possession.
Yeah.
So they can't glorify having a car or some nice shoes. They can't glorify fashion.
Yeah, like putting it out there, like all the stuff that they have, and like, oh, I'm this, and Gucci down, or
exactly.
Louis done got you.
But I named some artists on the interview that like J. Cole, Kendrick. You know,
okay, yeah.
He would actually talk about stuff like.
Right.
If I name like Trippie Redd or.
Oh my yeah.
Or somebody like that. If we was to do a song, which I highly doubt if we would ever do a song. Yeah, it would have to be like
censored all the way.
Exactly.
He would have to bring it way down. So on Misguided, it is 14 tracks. Would you say that once you get in the zone, it just starts flowing, like, or is it hard to keep the flow of what you're trying to say going and throughout each song and make sure it tells a story? And would you say that's hard for you, or?
No, it's easy, man. Like it comes with the music, man.
Yeah.
Like, you start writing and you just keep writing. You get a good hook. Like everything comes along together.
Yeah.
So I'm already working on my next album.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I plan on releasing that in 2021.
Okay.
And so I have 3 songs done, and I just got 1 song in, like the hook for it. So, yeah, so I'm writing the verse to that, and then I gave myself a long time because I'm still recovering, and then I just I don't want to say I'm gonna put out something next year,
right?
And not end up putting out something.
Yeah.
So I want to give myself plenty of time to heal, plenty of time to write music, man, and plenty of time to make, because I want to make another album as dope as Misguided was.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of people loving Misguided, and I don't want to let them down by making my next album some trash.
Yeah, I highly doubt that will be happening in your case. You seem to be pretty dedicated and striving, and God is definitely working in your life for what you're doing. So each album, song, lyric, and word, I'm pretty sure is going to be 10 times better than the last. So keep going. You're welcome. Thank you guys for tuning in to more talks, more conversation with Calvin Hill today. Make sure you check out all of his music on Instagram, and you can find it pretty much anywhere, as we were saying earlier today.
Yeah, you can check me out on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Calvin Hill Music. Also, I just released a music video, man, for my single on my album called Elevators. It's featuring Devin Muriel, Eli Ahmad, and Tyshawn Knight. Check that out. Comment, like.
Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Bye.